Welcome. We're going to jump right in and shatter a common myth today. You know the one that you need millions of followers to build a successful online business. Well, I'm here to tell you that's just not true. In fact, the real secret is something way smaller and honestly, a whole lot more powerful.
Okay, let's talk about this endless chase, right? So many creators are just stuck on this content treadmill. You're constantly churning out stuff, chasing more likes, more views, bigger numbers. But here's the thing, does it actually work? Most of the time, more followers just means more noise, not more success or stability. It's exhausting.
So, this is the key. This is the whole game. You have to understand the huge difference between an audience and a community. See, an audience is passive. They watch, they scroll on by. But a community is active. They support you, they engage, they show up. This simple shift in thinking is how you get off that treadmill for good.
Right, so let's dig into that. Let's really define what we're aiming for here. Because it's not about just gathering a big anonymous crowd. It's about cultivating a very specific and much more meaningful kind of group.
And that group has a name. It's a micro-community. Now, this is not just your follower count. Think of it more like a living, breathing ecosystem. It's a small, dedicated group of people who have actively chosen to be in your world. They feel like they belong there, and they're actually invested in growing right alongside you.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? An audience watches and keeps score with views and likes. A micro-community, though, they're your foundation. They're your support system. It's really the difference between someone watching from the stands and someone being on your team.
And this gets to the why. Why is this so much more valuable? We often think people buy something because of the perfect product or a cheap price. But online, the most valuable currency you have is trust. People buy from people they feel a real connection to. And a micro-community is basically a trust-building engine.
Okay, so we get the what and the why. Now for the fun part, the how. How do you actually build one of these powerful inner circles from the ground up? It really comes down to these three pillars. First, you need a central theme. You have to be specific and super clear about what you're about. It's way better to be a really big deal in a small niche. Second, your personal narrative. People connect with you, your story, your values, not some generic brand. And third, constant contact. A community that never talks to each other isn't really a community, is it? You have to create those regular touch points to keep the connection strong.
But hold on, even if you nail all three of those pillars, there is one giant mistake that can just pull the rug out from under you and make all that hard work vulnerable.
And here's the mistake, building your entire community on rented land. You know, like on a single social media platform. Think about it. Algorithms change in a heartbeat. Accounts get banned for no reason. You don't own that space. The solution? You have to build a safe house, a space you actually own and control. An email list, a private group, that's your insurance policy. It guarantees you can always reach your people no matter what happens.
All right, now let's get to the question everyone's thinking about, money. How does this loyal, tight-knit community actually turn into a real, sustainable income?
This is a huge fear for so many creators, right? Nobody wants to feel sleazy or like they're just trying to squeeze money out of their biggest supporters. But the amazing thing is, with a micro-community, making money is a completely different ballgame. It's not about being aggressive at all.
In this world, sales happen naturally. Why? Because you've already done the hard work of building trust. You're not some random salesperson, you're a trusted guide. So when you offer a product or recommend a service, it doesn't feel like a pitch. It feels like a helpful suggestion from a friend who gets it because you've been listening to them this whole time.
So forget the millions of followers. You might only need this many. The idea of 100 true fans is so powerful. If you can find just 100 people who are genuinely, truly invested in what you do, you can build a stable, thriving business. It's all about the depth of the connection, not the width of your reach.
And that brings us to maybe the single biggest payoff of this entire approach. You're not just building followers for one platform. You're creating an asset that is portable, that is future-proof.
This is it. This is the heart of the matter. When you build a micro-community, their loyalty isn't to Instagram or YouTube or whatever the next hot platform is. Their loyalty is to you, to your voice, your ideas, your identity.
And this is what we call the follow everywhere effect. Just picture it. Today, you start a newsletter. Boom, they subscribe. 6 months from now, you decide to start a YouTube channel. Guess what? They're your first 100 subscribers, giving you that initial boost. A year from now, when you release a product, they are your guaranteed first customers. They follow you, not the platform.
So, in the end, that's what it is. Your authentic identity becomes the glue that holds everything together. It's what makes the community stick with you no matter what you decide to create or where you decide to create it next. By just being you, you create a bond that's stronger than any algorithm.
So there you have it. That's the framework. This isn't about going viral. It's about going deep. It's about finding and really nurturing those first true fans who get what you're doing. The real work starts now. So, who are you building this for?